As chief of police, and certainly as just a member of this community, you hope and pray that these type of events never occur. But as chief, if they do occur, I want to assure our community that we are prepared to respond in just the way we did yesterday. The coordinated response was incredible. The first shot rang out at 11:56 or 57, and within 3 to 5 minutes, the situation was over. But the officers had already responded, already neutralized the threat, and already began the process of clearing all the buildings, making sure there were no other shooters, and all that goes into that. That is a massive response that is required, and the collaboration between all of the agencies, federal, state, and local, is just a massive endeavor. And what you as our community can be assured of is that we prepare for that, and we were prepared for that. And the response that you saw yesterday is exactly the kind of response that not only you should expect from us, but I guarantee you will get from the Tallahassee Police Department and from all of our agencies. Every agency came together. Pre-training for these type of events is critically important. You can't wait till an event happens and then expect to perform well in that event. So we do train. We train specifically and individually as the Tallahassee Police Department. We train with other agencies, the Tallahassee Fire Department, our emergency medical services, as well as our other local and law enforcement entities. And so that became very evident yesterday, that training and that preparation immediately went into play. As I was responding to the scene in the very early moments of this, I saw teams running by me of officers with rifles and helmets and EMS personnel, or fire paramedic personnel that were embedded in that team that were going right into the hot zone. That type of training, that type of response doesn't happen by itself. So those relationships, that collaboration is critical to make sure that in these type of events we handle it the way it should be handled. Some of the things we can release are the fact that at this point there does not appear to be any connection at all between the shooter and any of the victims. So we will continue to vet that out. We'll continue to follow the leads that come in, but at this current time there does not appear to be any connection between the shooter and, again, even one of the victims. The suspect continues to receive treatment at one of our local hospitals. He did receive significant injuries in this event and will require a significant amount of time in that facility. Once he is released from that facility, he'll be taken to a local detention facility where he will face the charges up to and including first-degree murder. And let me speak directly to anyone who may have these type of thoughts of doing this type of act. If you are thinking of causing harm to our community or disrupting the peace that we have here, let me assure you, the men and women of the Tallahassee Police Department are the best in the world, and we will not rest, we will not stop until you are brought to justice. We will stop you immediately if you try to do this, if you try to harm our community. But if you do, rest assured, we will bring you to justice. From an emotional standpoint, from the standpoint as a father of several children, you know, this is the thing we fear most. This is that random act of violence that seems to have no meaning or rhyme reason to it. And we all fear that. And so as a father, my heart goes out to these families that are immediately and forever impacted by this type of act. We received calls after call after call. I received calls after call after call yesterday. And you know, the emotions that just flow through you. And one of my children texted me right in the beginning of this and just said, "Dad, are you okay?" Still gets to me even now. You know? So to know that your child was on that campus, to know that your child may or may not have been involved and not know that, I can only imagine the terror and the fear that goes through that. But this community is strong, and unfortunately, we've dealt with a couple of these type of incidents, and this community will rally together, and we will be stronger after this, and we'll be better after this.